There we go. Pac-Man. Alright, good luck to my opponent. So, Butterfree, Riolu, oh no, we got some prankster coaching and prankster copycat shenanigans in the team. Got a Galarian Weezing to shut off all those abilities. Dracovish, I actually ran a Galarian Weezing Dracovish team a few times, it can be quite nice. Arcanine Tyranitar. What on earth do we want to do here? I think we're still going to go with the standard lead. Because the advantage with my lead, at least, is that they are both dark types, so prankster moves targeting me won't work. It means that only my opponent can only target himself with the prankster Riolu. Which is, I mean, it doesn't help much because it's coaching, and it's probably just going to be stacking attack onto its Dracovish or its Tyranitar. And it also runs Copycat. I'm not sure what he's trying to copycat there. Maybe Sleep Powder off the Butterfree. Would be my guess. Weezing Arcanine, so nullifying all our abilities. And it's a fairy type to boot, so that's not ideal. I think I just want to see what my opponent's up to here. Okay, so it's just a Snarl, it's a support Arcanine, it's very similar to my own Incineroar, it's just there for Intimidates and support. I still don't know anything about that Weezing, whether it is a... I don't think I want it in though, I think I want something else to deal with that Weezing, and I'm not sure what. Darmanitan would be the ideal thing to deal with it. So, look, I think I'm just going to risk the Darmanitan swap in, and we are going to Parting Shot that Weezing. I'm just worried it's one of those choice spec sets that can do a lot of damage. We've just got another Snarl coming in, that's fine. Obviously my Darmanitan doesn't care about that. I don't want to take a choice specs Dazzling Gleam or something. But I think we'll get... We want the Rotom out there. Get the Scissor out. That could be a mistake actually, because that Arcanine can do a fire to it. I almost got it right. Alright. So the question is, do I need the Scissor to kill anything? I think the Bullet Punch would actually be really handy later on. So I think I am actually just going to get right the hell back out of there again. Fire type move there, and swap that into the Rotom. opponent doesn't... He may even not even have a fire type move on the Arcanine. What are they gonna do? They're actually swapping out the Weezing, very interesting. So they wanted to start up the Sandstorm. No Dracovish, so Dracovish is absolutely going to tank this Iron Head. It's okay, I think I want... Don't want to activate a Tyranitar weakness policy is the thing. I might just go for the Rock Slide flinches here. And I'm gonna get the Will-O-Wisp down on the Dracovish. Because that thing is nasty. Yeah, Vicious Rend actually outspeeds my Damanitan. My Damanitan is jolly max speed, so I had hoped that it would outspeed something like Dracovish. Apparently not. Alright, at least we've got it burned. And just a Rock Slide, that's fine. So, see if we can bait him maybe into maxing the Tyranitar and trying to one-shot the Moltres with a rock move. Or maxing the Dracovish and trying to one-shot with a water move. My opponent doesn't want to play anymore with the Tyranitar. Yep, gets the Arcanine out, presumably is Intimidate. It is. That's fine. The Will-O-Wisp is going to do nothing. Read that perfectly. This goes for Vicious Rend. Protect. Okay. I think now might actually be the time to get the max up. We're gonna... Don't think that Arcanine does much damage, so I think we're just going to go as hard as we can. Yeah. It's gonna be Snarling. Who doesn't care about a Snarl? I think we do want just to cycle another Intimidate. So that Vicious Rend isn't doing a whole lot now that it's intimidated and burned. Unfortunately my opponent is snarling me, which is dropping my special attack. I'm just hoping that someone will eventually hit me with a super effective move. Alright, so we can just leave that Dracovish now. I think it's going to be doing a whole lot more. want to not get another Snarl down on our Moltres. I think I'd rather that. I'd just take that little bit of chip damage from the Dracovish, to be perfectly honest. Did he get a crit? Yeah, he got a crit, I was going to say. I don't think my Incineroar's taking that much damage from a burned, intimidated Dracovish otherwise. But thankfully we do live it. Let's get a bit of chip down on the Arcanine. They tend to be pretty bulky, and they also tend to run Morning Sun, which hopefully won't do much with the, yeah, his doggo's got the same berry my cat has. Oh no, he's got a citrus, okay. Alright, down goes the Dracovish to the burn. Butterfree. So probably a sleep powder user. Not a huge fan. Probably also a Focus Sash user, so we're going to double target that slot. Oh! Okay, I was already hitting you, Butterfree. I was already hitting you. It is a Focus Sash. I don't think his Arcanine can do anything more than just snarl me again. And if we can get the weakness policy proc, or just a nasty plot up after this, then I'll still have it. Or I can just dodge the snarl, apparently, that works too. I think I'm probably going to protect here with the Moltres. I think we just want that wheezing nullified a bit. I really don't want to swap an Orbeetle or a Scizor out into a fire type attack, so we are going to go with the Rotom. I think I'm just going to risk it with the Moltres and see if I can actually which one does my opponent have in the back? He has the Riolu and the Tyranitar. Yep, so there's no reason not to just lock into Hydro Pump, I think. He does have the Strange Steam, which is not only super effective against the Moltres, but also confuses 50% of the time. So that would be very problematic. Very nice protect from my opponent. Do get the nasty plot up. I'm hoping I can live a Strange Steam and at least get my weakness policy, though I won't get my Berserk because the nullifying gas is in the arena. Sludge Bomb. Also gets the poison, so puts my Moltres on a timer. We did get the nasty plot off without too much damage, so that's nice. Question is, do we want to air slash? Or just fiery wrath? I think we just want a fiery wrath. Not very effective against the wheezing, but that's okay. And I'm sick to death of this Arcanine, so we're making the Arcanine hopefully go away this turn. None of his Pokemon in the back really want to swap into a Rotom Hydro Pump either. So Arcanine's gone. And just a Sludge Bomb. Big way at my Moltres. And just got the Black Sludge. Why is everyone using all the healing items? Come on people, max offense! I'm getting the Riolu. Nice little shiny yellow dog. Don't want any of its shenanigans going on, so we're just gonna hopefully deal with the Riolu. Definitely don't want it still in the field to coach that Tyranitar. And I'm just hydro pumping the Wheezing slot to make sure that if the Tyranitar does swap in to receive a coaching, that it also gets a bit of a chunk from my hydro pump. Okay, that's the slot that gets the Tyranitar in it very, very well. A little bit of chip on the Tyranitar, not a whole lot of damage. And the Wheezing dodges the Hydro Pump anyway, that's fine. So goodbye Moltres. So now, what do we want to do about this Max Tyranitar? I'm going to drop the Orbeetle in here. And I think we want a nice body press on the Tyranitar, and we can't do that because locked in, so Tyranitar is definitely the problem. I'm just going to, if it has a weakness policy, I'm just committing to activating it. I'm going to need to if it's Dynamaxed because I don't have any powerful moves to just chunk it down without activating it. So bugger it, we're activating the weakness policy. Opponent swaps out to the Riolu. I could have got the Iron Defense off there on the Orbeetle. That's a pity. And that's another Hydro Pump miss. We're up to, I think, 3 Hydro Pump misses now across my battles. Alright, so we are going to go for the Iron Defense this time around. And we're going to see if we can hit a Hydro Pump this time on the Riolu. So he's probably going for the coaching onto the Tyranitar here. Yep. because of the way Frisk worked there with the swap out, I actually still don't know if that was a weakness policy Tyranitar or not. But I think I'm kind of committed to hitting it super effective anyway. So you know what, let's just hit the Tyranitar, we'll activate its weakness policy and we'll see how much damage we can do to it. I could have gone for the stored power on the Weezing, but I don't care. Alright, that's timer. So, good game to my opponent. My opponent says my Moltres is scary. I would like to point out my Moltres did not do much damage that battle. I thought my Orbeetle did more.
Probably a Casino Queen again. I think we also had a third challenger. The Tyrannos challenger race is coming from there. Okay, so this time we got a Sentine. Alright. Excadrill, Tyranitar, Rillaboom, Riolu, Rotapult, Regidrago. I almost feel justified leading the Moltres Incineroar at my opponent again. We're gonna go Incineroar and they're gonna lead Sand at me. I could definitely see them leading Sand at me. I'm gonna try and send a Scizor this battle. See if we can't get a Sword Stance up in the face of my opponent. And start bullet punching my way this week. Let's have fun. Okay, right. I hope so. This Sand. I don't know what the Dragapult's going to do. Some Dragapults are super offensive, some especially offensive, and some, what I've done in DPC in the past is a screen setter. I'm going to take out the throwing card, I can't really get what I'm trying to take out the throwing card. I'm just going to bullet punch the throwing. I really want to activate it. This policy. Is it going to be a max speed pass? be a force to do so. Not really can. The Dragon's going to outspeed everything we do anyway. I think I'm just going to take this airport and then turn into Dragon here. Airport six, going to slow down my phone. Probably a rock slide coming in from this Rhino Island. We're not going to get to see what that's going to be. We do U-turn into the contesting Dragon. Not going enough. I could try and stop the Dragon Power, but I'm just going to go all into the Dragon Power at least for now. I'll try and get the U-turn up on it again. Okay, cool. They are very fast and very strong. I believe that these are very bulky. I'm just playing with the assumption that no, oh that's very well played by my opponent, and really think about and really sticking. Yeah, my opponent, I'm assuming that the Dragon Power has a big policy. I'm going to break and sweat Dragon Power, that's really interesting, okay, so dropping my attack there. It's more got someone when my opponent does the attack that to me. I'm not sure who the Phantom Force is targeting. We are getting that Dragon Power out of here. So we can just put it right back in, evacuate or something. And the extra doing one has Sandra. It's a bit problematic. But you're just going to go for the Dark Area, into the Dark Assault. And a U-turn into the Escadrille. Just commenting on how they like the Dragon Power. That is very problematic. Very fast. Very fast. Either of which I think wants to deal with right now. And that's the effect of it. That's not going to be much damage. It's going to build up next defensive stats. Given the problem for my own team, also stuff as well, it does get ahead of your opponent's defenses. That Phantom Force is straight up take that message, that should be problematic. I think that's really confident and very handy later on. This is a black orb. You don't even take it out if the Incineroar stuff, so although 2 more times to stand look like they will. So one more time stand does look like it might take out my opponent there. I'm going to bring in the motion here. I'm going to assume that that extra drill is very, very fast. What is my opponent going for here? We're going to the next round in the Incineroar. I'm really tempted to step in my Moltres. Just going for the max. Going for the max rock, and that would be a really bad play. So just straight up with the Moltres. So the question is how important is this Incineroar against the other opponents to a lot of physical attackers on there. How do you look at that? I think the maintain is gonna re-risk it, re-risk it, re-risk it. Let's back here with the fact that we are... Oh no, let me get that moving, I wanted the hydro pump on it. Max play, so that was just taking a bit here and good there. I just didn't want to risk the max level force coming in and just throwing my Moltres in the barrel. Alright, no idea what my hopefully it's not bot switch into the extra, that would be terrible. But I really wanted that fiber pump into the Excadrill, so Michael Dragon Bolt goes down, there's the Volt Switch, close the Volt Switch, really problematic stuff. I don't know what the most is in there, but I think I've opened it up into the it's so bad, so I wanted to have something to that Excadrill, or I wanted to do it, so I wanted one of those two into that swap. I'm going to max here. We are going to max airstream with the go-go. And see, yeah, I'm looking to Volt Switch. So we're going to go for a little bit. I'm trying to get our road out of there. So normally, I think it normally gets the hot move, and that was fine because I wanted that 2 volt switch. I just tried to set my moves with the 1 volt special attack again on the field. Driving energy. I'll take that one, okay? I really wanted that 5 day compensation, so let's put something with the birth first. There's something. I'm not actually bothering consideration either, so I have no idea what its stats are what. One goes down, which is bad, because my opponent can now just bring in their Granitar. Get it right back up for a minute. Well, the choose today for the Villager, which can fake out. I think it's probably going to fake out. Because I don't think either the Excadrill or the Villager will take a fire pump from the Manhattan. We are just going to take this opportunity to get the nice airstream up on the boom. Out of there. And we're going to bring in 4 meters. This will take this chip off the fake out. This turn, we can place in LS shenanigans and stuff. That turn is definitely messed up. I should have risked it. I could have put the monsters in there, it would have dodged the max round, and I would have had time to get the hyper complex really working. That's okay. Just winning the competition seems to be taking care of all this spending like 250 new monsters. And it is a weakness policy on the Excadrill, so that's good. On the Granitar, the Granitar is going to get started by this. He's not there. Probably should have taken KP around the Granitar then. If I want to power, I'll do a whole lot to this. I'm going to just get back to the Excadrill on it. Just a little bit of damage with the power. Graphic range, you know, I might will be just a little bit. I think it's my third turn. and just get an iron defense up with my orbital. So I can play the allied switch shenanigans and make it better. I'll get a bit more defense on my orbital. And this is the rock slide coming in. Double rock slide from my opponent. Poor little orbital getting beaten up horribly. Yeah, so I think that's problematic. I thought I took on to the attack, I'm not sure now whether it's just the rock slide. And unfortunately my opponent does have the rock slide. So I'm just still after my monster. Yeah, I think the Sandstorm still has another phone. There's another 3 phones, so yeah, I can't figure it out. We're just gonna go for the... We're just gonna go for the fiery wrap and hope. And we're gonna take out the granite out. I couldn't actually swap that with granite out, I could really just swap that in. I'm going to get the rock slide over the monster, and go for that. So I think that's 2 games my opponent. I don't see anything I can do that's that. Yeah, so allies switch doesn't do a whole lot for you. Your opponent has red moves. Fortunately, they can just rock slide away, and the extra is fast. So I think I shouldn't have been as cagey about punching the granite at the start. I should have just smacked that granite right at the start with my Sigil, and got a full punch off on it, and just take my damage there again. So I've not played this game very well, and my opponent has played this game very well. It's important to, it's actually a combination of the two. So take those players and we'll get it in. I will be surprised to see a Crimson Crusader. Yep, it's fair. Doesn't take out my orbital, it's that little bug, especially when I'm defense up. Oh, character expense is missing, so I'm not sure if my opponent considered that, or they just I mean, yes, it's actually probably anyway, we'll take that. There's the weakness policy. That is fine. I'll give them the satisfaction of KOing my bug. Alright, let's just stand, we'll do it for me. So hit those left pocket.